Worried man with a worried mind. No one in front of me, nothing behind. There's a woman on my lap and she's drinking champagne. Hello everybody, in this guitar lesson I'm going to show you how to play Things Have Changed by Bob Dylan. Now there are 4 easy chords in this lesson. I'll show you a strumming pattern to put a capo on the 3rd fret of your guitar to get started, and we'll begin with the chords. So there are going to be 4 easy chords: E minor, A minor, B7 and C major, which I'll play as C over G, and I'll explain why later in the video. Now we start with E minor. A worried man with a worried mind. Then we go to A minor. No one in front of me, nothing behind. Back to E minor. There's a woman on my left benches drinking cham. And then we're going to go to B7. Pain. God. Back to E minor. White skin got assassin's eyes. And A minor. I'm looking up into the sapphire tinted skies. Back to E minor. I'm well dressed. Into B7. Waiting on the last. And then E minor. Train. Now we're going to go to a bridge. And the bridge begins with C. Remember, I'm going to play that as C over G. Standing on the gallows with my B7, heading through E minor noose. And now back to C again. Any minute now, I'm expecting all hell to break. B7, loose. Now we get to the bit of the song that includes the refrain, and we're going to start that by going back to E minor. People are crazy and times are strange. A minor, I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. E minor, I used to care, but B7, things have, E minor, changed. Now you might have noticed the song's a little bit low for my vocal range, so do feel free to move the capo around the fretboard to find the right place for your voice. Next, we'll look at the strumming pattern. I'll demonstrate the strumming pattern using the chord of E minor. Now, what I'm playing is this. Now, that is down, 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 up, down, up. Down, 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 up, down, up. Okay? And each of those strumming patterns is 1 bar, and the timing order is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And down, 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 up, down, up. Now the key thing there really is just to vary those strokes a little bit. So the first down, you want to aim for the bass strings. Strings 6, maybe a bit of 5, maybe a little bit of 4. Second down, go for the treble strings, the top strings, strings 3, 2, 1. If you hit a bit of 4, that's absolutely fine. The third down, back to the treble, back to the bass strings again, and then up, down, up on the treble strings. So we've got this. Bass, treble, treble, treble. Okay? That's the effect we're looking for. Next I'm going to look at how you can use some simple right hand and left hand techniques to jazz up your playing of this song. So let's look at that now. Let's begin with a demonstration of what we're aiming for. We want the song to sound a bit like this. Okay then, let's look at how we do that. I've got more to show you on things have changed, but first, if you've been enjoying this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that you're notified about all of my future videos, and also please join as a member. It's very cheap to join as a member. It supports the channel, and also you get special early access to all of my guitar lessons. So please join as a member. Okay, let's carry on with things have changed. So there are two broad approaches you can use in terms of technique. Either you can use your thumb and your index finger, which is what I was doing in the demo. So you get this kind of effect. Or the other thing you can do is you can use a pick, and you can do a very similar thing with a pick. Now, I'm basically playing the same things. With a pick, it's going to sound a bit harder edged. You're going to get a bit more of the kind of a gritty trebleness of the guitar. It's a bit of a dirtier sound maybe. With your thumb and your index finger, it's a little bit woodier, a bit softer. So it's just whatever your favourite sound is. What are you driving for? I'm going to demonstrate with my thumb and index finger, just because I slightly prefer that sound, but you know, that's subjective, so it's up to you what you prefer. Anyway, what we're going to do is play a bass string first. Now I'm going to do that with my thumb, and I'm going to play the 6th string. I'm on the chord of E minor here. So bass string, and then a down, which I'm going to do with my index finger on the treble strings. Strings 3, 2, 1. So bass, down, and then we're going to play another bass string, but we'll play an alternative bass string. So this time we'll play the 5th string with our thumb, and then with our index finger on the treble strings we're going to play up, down, up. It's a flicky motion. Up, down, up on the treble strings. Strings 1, 2 and 3. So that's our basic pattern. Bass, down, bass, up, down, up. Bass, down, bass, up, down, up. Now if you want to use a pick, same thing. You're going to play the 6th string with your pick, bass. Now you're going to do a down, but again it's the treble strings. Alternate bass string, 5th string, up, down, up. So everything I'm going to show you, you can do using a pick or your thumb and your index finger. It's just a matter of which of the two tones, really, timbres, you prefer. Okay, so we start the song with 2 bars on that E minor. So that's twice through that pattern I've showed you. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now, at the end of that 2nd bar on the and 4 and, which is the up, down, up on the treble strings, what you can do is put your little finger onto the 2nd string 3rd fret, which makes this into an E minor 9 chord. And if you do that, it'll sound like this. Here we go. And then you're into your next chord, which is A minor. So that E minor 9, it's like a sort of almost like a passing note we're putting in there just before we go to the A minor chord. You can hear a little bit of that, I think, on the Bob Dylan recording. Then we go to the A minor. We're going to use almost exactly the same pattern with our right hand for the A minor as we did for the E minor. The difference is we're going to reverse the bass string. So we're going to start with the 5th string in the bass and then go to 6th string, 5th string, 6th string. Okay, but again it's bass, down, bass, up, down, up, bass, down, bass, up, down. Okay. Now, you carry on in that fashion and you get to that B7 chord. Now when we get to that B7, this is what we're going to play. I'll demo it for you first. Then you're back to the E minor. But let's look at how we play that B7 then. So we're going to start with a pretty straightforward bar following our normal pattern. So 5th string the bass down with your index finger. Now you're going to move your middle finger from the 5th string 2nd fret, which is the capo, to 6th string 2nd fret, and you're going to play that 6th string with your thumb though, and then a normal up, down, up with your index finger. That's the first bar on the B7. Now the second bar, we're going to have a rundown in that second bar. So put your fingers back into a standard B7 by putting your middle finger back on the 2nd fret, 5th string. Now we're going to play that 5th string with our thumb, and then we're going to do an up with our index finger on the treble strings there, just one up. Now you're going to remove your thumb so the 5th string is open, play that 5th string again, another up with your index finger on the treble strings. Now to continue the rundown, you're going to move your little finger now to 6th string 3rd fret, play that 6th string, again an up with your index finger, and now remove your little finger, put your middle finger on 5th string 2nd fret, play that 6th string and another up with your index finger on the treble strings. So we have this. And then we're back to the E minor for a couple of bars of our normal pattern. Now, if you want to play that rundown with a pick, you can do almost the same thing. But when you do the actual rundown, instead of playing ups on the treble strings, instead play ups on the 3rd string there. So you can do this. Okay. And in context, it will sound like this.